Hey folks, this is Chris with Oregon Figs, and it is September 18th, 2023. And this is just going to be a video about the Coldedams and whether they're a good choice for the Pacific Northwest. So first of all, if they're French, they're Coldedam. If they're Spanish, they're Coldedama. Some have both French and Spanish. These only have the Spanish. So this is Coldedama gigantina. Started from cutting in 2020 from Cramp. And this is Coldedama mutante. Started from an air layer from Wills in 2019. A couple of things about these figs. They have taken up till this year to set their first set of figs. You can see gigantina. We're going to walk around and just show you the amount of figs on it. So it's definitely prolific. One thing to note, not one of these has started swelling yet. This one is more prolific than the other at this point. But for both trees, this is the first year they're setting figs. Now remember, I always say 2 words, location specific, and those 2 words could never be more accurate than they are for the Pacific Northwest, because our growing conditions here are so incredibly different. So this is why I'm culling Coldedams. These are the reasons. The first one is the main reason people love the Coldedams is because they have a thick texture. Because we're in a really dry climate, at harvest, we have the ability to have our figs become very thick and Coldedam-like without even trying. It's just the fact that it's super dry. Ripening conditions are from 80 to 90 degrees. Humidity is around 30%. So we get that texture. I've had Coldedam Blanc that was ripened with the wasp in Northern California, and I understand completely about that thick texture because it does have that wonderful thick texture. But for us, because we're not in a humid place, we get that texture on many other figs. So the advantage of the texture isn't there for us. And these are considered figs that are typically not quite as sweet as a lot of other varieties. So the big selling point on the Coldedams is the texture. The problem is these trees need heat, lots of heat. I have a buddy, Eric, up outside of Staten, who has given his Coldedams a 1-month head start in a greenhouse and still could not get them to ripen. These need, in all likelihood, 6 to 8 weeks head start in a greenhouse, a heated greenhouse, to ripen in the Pacific Northwest. So why is it a bad choice? If you have a heated greenhouse and you could give them a couple-month head start, might be a fantastic choice. But if you're growing like I am, just leaving the pots outside all year round and not giving anything a head start and just using a favorable microclimate, in all likelihood, you're not going to get too many figs and you're going to have quite a wait. Remember, 2020, first year I got a fig was this year. 2019, first year I got a fig was this year. And the mutantes didn't give me a ton of figs. What have I got? I don't normally count figs, but 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 figs is what I got on that tree. This is why I don't think they're a great choice for the Pacific Northwest, unless you're willing to give it a 6 to 8 week head start in a heated greenhouse. It's just a lot of effort with very little reward at the end of the tunnel. Now, does that mean this is a bad choice in warmer places? Heck no. This is a great choice if you're in a warmer climate. But those 2 words again, location specific. you would be wasting your time to put this tree in ground in the Pacific Northwest because it's never going to ripen main crop for you. It doesn't produce a breba that I'm aware of. So it would be a potted culture tree, and as long as you're willing to give it that head start that I'm talking about, it might be a great choice. But for me, I'm culling both of these this year. The only coldodom type that's worth growing for us is the Spanish one, and it's Coldedama Blanca Negra. That one ripens early enough for us, but all the others are too late. So many better choices, and location specific, and choose the right variety. So I hope this helps out. I hope it helps you not make the same mistakes that I've made, the same mistakes that my buddy Eric has made at Lofton Arts, and you choose better varieties. Follow our videos. We live here. We are putting out information that is pertinent to the Pacific Northwest. So, hope this helps. We'll see you on the next one, and stay away from the coledodoms if you're in the Pacific Northwest and you're not willing to grow in a greenhouse.